Hello, welcome. My name is Krystle Fitzpatrick, and I'm a yoga instructor with Lending Hearts. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be doing a few modified sun salutations. We're going to get up and get the body moving, not in a vigorous sort of way, but in a more of a mindful way where we can match our movement along with our breath. So finding one movement per breath and just moving with a little more intention to hopefully bring a little bit more space into the body, but also maybe get you up, bring a little bit more energy in for the remainder of your day. So start with just a comfortable seat. Take a few shrugs of the shoulders, roll of the shoulders back and down, maybe a little movement of the head and the neck. Noticing if you're holding any tension anywhere, just take note of it. Try not to judge it. And then pause just in a little bit of stillness before we find our breath here. A moment of pausing, right? Maybe a moment to transition from where you've been so far in your day to where you would need to be in like the next 15 to 20 minutes we have here together. Try not to worry about too much of what is coming or what has yet to happen. And maybe with every breath and whenever we find movement, we lessen our attachment to things that have already happened and we allow ourselves to just be right here where we are with a little less judgment. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale out. Do that 2 more times. Breathe all the way in, a little bit bigger. And a slow exhale out, no rush. Long breath in. Bigger exhale. And over your next breath or two, just slowly start to make your way onto hands and knees. See your fingers spread nice and wide right underneath your shoulders, and maybe even consider tucking your toes under so you can almost fan out your toes a little bit if that is accessible for you. And then press down through your hands a little more. Take a breath in to start to let your chest drop towards the front of the room or wherever you are, like almost through your arms here as you lift your tailbone up higher, finding cow pose. Think about looking up slightly, right? Or even just looking forward a little more. And then as you exhale, press down into your hands even more. Round your upper back and let your head drop. Look in between your big toes behind you. So nice. So take a breath in to find that cow pose again. And a breath out round through your spine, cat pose. One more like that. Breathe in to find cow. Slow inhale to get there. Breathe out all the way nice and slow to find cat pose. So it's not about how fast we move, but how we can match our inhale and exhale with a pose, right? Or movement. And then whenever you're ready, your toes stay tucked there. Can you float your knees up and then send your hips up and back? Just an easy down dog here. So the goal is not to have your legs straight. See if you can bend your knees a lot, like even more. And then you might even start to pedal the feet here. So think about sending one heel a little closer down towards your mat at a time, bending the opposite knee. Finding a little bit more of a stretch to the back of the legs, one at a time here. And then take your feet a little bit wider apart. Walk your hands back towards them, but bend your knees a lot here. You're going to land in what's called ragdoll pose, right? So you just let your head kind of like hang here if that feels okay. Maybe shake it yes, shake no, let gravity do a little bit of work. And bend your knees even more than before. I want you to think about every vertebra here in your spine. Slowly, one at a time, can you start to roll all the way up, letting your head be the last thing to come up to the top. So nice. And then once you're there, flip your palms forward to encourage the collarbones to broaden. Shrug your shoulders up towards your ears, draw them back, and then let them fall down. Take your next breath in, reach your hands up and overhead. Big inhale. You might even look up. And then as you exhale, again, soften your knees and then fold back down. Maybe this time you have a little bit more of a flat back as you fold, right? Now, halfway lift here. So bring your hands to your shins, maybe even your knees here. And think about the top of your head reaching forward. Nice. And then exhale, fold. You're going to do that one more time. So match movement with breath here. Inhale, find that halfway lift, almost like a flat back here. And then exhale to fold back down, rounding, letting your head drop. Now, again, you'll stand up, inhale, reach all the way up. Use your entire inhale. And then bring your hands to your heart center this time. It's a little bit different. Take a moment of pause. Full breath in. Maybe even open your mouth, let out a sigh. Release any tension. And then you'll reach back up. Big breath in. And then exhale, fold forward, nice and slow. There's no rush to get there. Inhale again, halfway lift, hands to your shins. And then this time, as you exhale, walk your hands forward on your mat, downward facing dog. Keep those bent knees nice and deep here. Big breath in. Long breath out. Take a breath in to lift up to your toes. And then slow exhale to let your knees drop down to your mat, back to that tabletop pose. Inhale to find cow pose. Exhale to round into cat pose. Back to tabletop as you inhale. Now, as you exhale, walk your hands back towards your knees, up your thighs, and step your right foot forward. Coming into a little bit of a lunge here. You'll take your next breath in, reach both hands up overhead. And then as you exhale, take your right hand to your left wrist and then lean over to the right. Doesn't have to be super big, just enough to find more length in your left side here. So nice. You'll take a breath in to reach back up. Now, as you exhale, left hand will go forward, right hand goes behind you. Just a little bit of a twist here. Nothing super big. Now, inhale to reach up. Exhale to bring your hands inside your right foot, just to the ground here. So it's kind of like you were before in that tabletop. But now I want you to pick that right foot up, swing it back to meet the left tabletop. Breath in to find cow. Breath out to find cat. Inhale back to neutral. Exhale to walk the hands back towards the knees, up the thighs. Come on up onto your knees. Step your left foot forward. Find that firm base in that front foot. Reach your hands up overhead. Inhale. And now it's the left hand that wraps around the right wrist. Lean over to the left. So nice. Inhale to come back up. Now it's right hand going forward, left hand reaching behind you. You just twist to the left a little more. Then inhale, reach up. Exhale, you'll bring your hands inside your left foot. A little stretch in the left hip here. And then you'll bring that leg back to meet the right. Reset in tabletop pose. Inhale to find cow. Exhale to round into cat. Come back to neutral. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees. Downward facing dog. You're not here too long. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Your feet go a little bit wider. Bend your knees a lot. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Land in that ragdoll pose again. Just for a moment. One round of breath in and out. Slowly, as slow as you can. Roll all the way up to standing, just as you were before. And then you'll flip your palms forward. Head is the last thing to come up. Shrug the shoulders up towards your ears. Breathe in. Exhale, draw them back and down. The last time here to reach arms up and overhead. And then exhale to bring them to your heart center. Breathe in. Maybe open your mouth. Spit out. Okay, so for real, last time you'll reach your hands up overhead. Maybe even hook the thumbs overhead. Take the elbows wide and little back bend. And then you'll fold forward. So nice. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Shake out the legs. Take a halfway lift here. Hands to your shins. Think the top of your head almost reaching further forward. And you'll bring your hands to your mat. Walk them forward, downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the heels up. Exhale, bring the knees back onto the ground. Last time here to find cow pose. So tailbone will rise. And then exhale to round your upper back into cat. Last time. You'll come back to neutral. Slowly start to pull forward onto what would be like a plank pose, but stay on your knees. And then you'll slowly lower all the way down to your belly here. Untuck your toes. They'll point straight back behind you, so the tops of your feet are pressing onto your mat. And then take your hands a little bit wider and tent the palms up away from the ground. So the pads of your fingers are pressing down. See if you can then stack your elbows on top of your wrists. Keep your forehead on your mat here. And then feel the shoulder blades squeeze together onto your back. And then the legs start to engage. Can you start to let the legs and the belly even start to engage here as you lift your chest up? So wide cobra pose. Doesn't have to be as high as you can come. And then exhale down. We're going to do that one more time. Legs engage, even glutes engage here. And lift your chest up. Big breath in. And then exhale lower. So nice. Take your arms out like a T here. Palms will face down. Bring your right hand under your right shoulder and just roll over onto your left side here. A gentle stretch in the shoulder muscles and the pec muscles across the chest. You're not here too long. Just take a full breath in. And a full exhale. And you'll come back to center, forehead on the ground. Reset in that T-like shape. Both palms onto the ground. Your right hand will stay where it is, left hand under your left shoulder. And then just let you roll onto your right side. Then your like the right side of your head, just hang. Let the weight of your head be heavy here. Full inhale. Bigger breath out. So nice. And then you'll come back to your belly, forehead onto the ground, and bring both hands underneath your shoulders just to press yourself back up to that tabletop position. Now you're here, but take lateral movements side to side. So think about your spine being like the letter C in both directions, right? So like flipped one side and then the other. You'll come to peace. And bring the soles of your feet together, your knees out wide, creating almost like a diamond-like shape with your legs. Your hands can come to your shins, your ankles, or even your knees. Sit up nice and tall as you breathe in. As you exhale, start to tip the chest forward and even round through the upper back. Let the head drop. Hold. Full inhale. Full exhale. So you can soften the muscles in your face. And you'll come up long in the spine. Keep the legs out in front of you. And a little bit of a shake. And make sure you have enough space behind you. You'll roll all the way down onto your back. Take your arms out like a T here and bend your knees. Heel to your feet a little bit wider apart. And you can either knock your knees together to just stay here if you feel like you need grounding in your low back or lengthening your low back and that feels supportive. If you'd like one last little twist here, you can separate the knees a bit, but keep the feet where they are, nice and wide apart, and just knock both knees over to the right. Come back to center. With both knees over to the left. Back to center. Might even then hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, maybe a little rock side to side. A few moments for stillness here, just ending with whatever feels comfortable for you. If you'd like to take your legs long in that traditional sort of rest shape, you can do so. If you want to bend your knees again, bring the knees together, that might feel nice. If you want to end in a seat, you certainly can as well. We'll eventually end up there, but wherever you are, you can close the eyes and take a big inhale. Maybe let out that sigh to soften the jaw. Put a signal to your body that it's okay to rest. Stillness is also even more so productive. Again, this is your holding tension where body are considered a little more there. Encourage every exhale to allow that space to release. Of course, staying here as long as you. There's no rush. Which find some gentle movement, extremities, toes, go to bend your knees and roll to the side of your choice. Press yourself up to focus. Keep your eyes heavy as so. And wherever you are, take your biggest inhale yet. Slightly hold it at the top and just really open your mouth, let out that audible ah. You can choose to bring your hands in front of your heart together and maybe even bow your head to that space, just giving yourself a little bit of gratitude here. Honor yourself for showing up, creating space in your body, breath, hopefully space in your mind. Just a little less judgment that carries you through the rest of the day, the rest of the week. And I'll see you again soon. So much for joining me.